Good morning. Welcome to another Fiberific live craft and chat. I've got my aircon pumping because it's already quite warm here. I was going to be brave and not have it on, and then I was doing some pre-stream testing and I was just like, I'm dripping. I should possibly put the air conditioner on. So good morning to everybody who is in the chat. Let me know if the aircon noise gets too much for you. I really don't want to turn it off, but I will for you. So I don't have a topic for today. I have spent less time hanging out on the social medias than I would normally do in a week. I had my weekend away where I went to the sewing retreat, which was fantastic. Had a great time, did not finish my bag, so I really want to get onto that. Not quite sure when I'm going to get a chance to dig out the old sewing machine again, but really looking forward to having another go. Sewing is not my comfort zone, it turns out. I am really nervous when I'm sewing. Can we see it? Caitlin, it's in the house. I'm sorry. I'll try and get some photos over into the fun zone. It's just bits of bag. It's not actually a bag yet. Good morning to Bob. Hey, Vanfia and Stacy, and the mods are in the house. We got Sally and Spanichick hanging out, keeping everybody in line. Yeah, Caitlin, yeah, there's bits of bag. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 bits. There's 4 bits of bag. But in saying that, I had a really good time. If you follow me on Fiberific on Instagram, I did post a photo of my applique section, and that was insanity. Honestly, I've never done anything like it. It was so much fun. I may have bought more supplies so I can try again. Not that I don't like what I did, I just want to do it again. So yeah, so if you don't follow Fiberific over on Instagram, you totes should. I'm trying to hit 2K over there and I'm so close. So yeah, so I don't really have it. Like, if you've got any questions for me, you just chuck them in the chat and I will try and catch them. Don't forget also to check that you're in live chat, not top chat. Somebody at YouTube thinks it's a good idea to have what they think is the top chat come through, and if you don't have it as live chat, you might actually miss some questions. My bag looks so awesome. Thank you. Yeah, there's no finished product yet, Caitlin. I did not get finished. I wasn't the only one, which is such a relief, because the whole time I felt like I was playing catch up, like trying to keep up with everybody. And then one afternoon I tried to, I got a chance to have a little walk around and realized I was sort of middle of the field. I wasn't last, so that was pretty cool. Spanichick, yes, Little Moo Designs, she designed the bag, and So Quirky designed the applique. So if you go and check out Little Moo Designs on the socials, she's got heaps of photos of the weekend and things like that. Spanichick says, I miss everything and I'm in live chat. I am less finished now than I was when I left. Did you unpick something, Kim? I've got something I'm going to be unpicking and trying to have a better go at. I realized yesterday that since last Thursday during our live chat, that was the last time I had actually picked up my queen. So last night I pulled it back out again and I'm having a go. So I'm going to drop us down into our double cameras. Before I do, I'm just going to plug Fiberific Hedge of Ninjum tall coffee mug over on Redbubble. If you want to support the channel and get something for yourself, go and check out some of the cool stuff we've got over there. We've got this cup, we've got some really cute zipper pouches which are all inside being used for my projects. Great, really great tote bags. I love the Hedge of Ninjum tote bag. I'm really really loving the Hedge of Ninjum. Claire Mason's asking, what kind of sewing machine will I have, and will I be making finishing more bags in the future? Claire, I have it's a Janome Memory Craft 6500. It's more like a quilting machine than a sort of a embroidery machine, but it's got some cool embroidery stitches on it. I know nothing about sewing machines, but a friend of mine said it was good, so I bought it. And I will definitely be making more bags in my future. I have already purchased more things to make more bags. Amazing like D-links and things like that. Well, because this particular bag that I had made all the pockets with like Star Wars fabrics and things like that. Spanichick was at this retreat as well, and she had a baby Yoda zipper pull that she has given me. I will post a photo of that on my Instagram right after chat. And actually, you know, oh yeah, I'll do it right after that. I was going to be like, I could just do it now, but no, I'll do it after the chat. I really enjoyed the process, and as yarn crafters, we use project bags, right? We need things to poke our craft into, so it's not like it's different craft. And as I said last week, you know, while I am better or worse at different crafts, they're not better or worse than each other, and I really don't have the energy to go like all in on another craft. But I do love to sew. I'm not very good at it, and this weekend really taught me a lot of really cool things. I may now be addicted to piping, and installing piping, and I really want to make my own piping with my own cool fabrics, because I made my own bias binding with Star Wars fabric, and that was just great. Claire says you can never have too many bags. I 100% agree with you, Claire. It's a huge tote, and it's called the Crafter's Caddy with pockets everywhere. Oh, there's so many pockets. It's fantastic. If you sew, you need to go and check it out. Kim, has it been released to the public yet? Like, I know images have, but is it being released for sale yet? It's such a cool pattern, honestly. My dog is losing her mind, so I have to go and see what she's losing her mind at, because there's nobody. Actually, she stopped. So somebody just walked past. Okay. Lisa wants to make a bag for her nano. So, yeah, that's one of those really cool little electric eel mini spinning wheels. They're like this big. They fit in like a little lunchbox. Oh, it's released later this month. Okay, well, I will definitely let you all know when this is released, because the pattern itself, you don't have to do the applique pocket, right? We did it because it was part of the retreat. It was like, do a So Quirky applique and attach it to your Little Moo Designs bag. But you can just make it another pocket, and so it definitely like, I'm already planning a second bag. Honestly, I haven't even finished the first one, and I'm like, when I get this done, I'm getting ready for another one. I've got the fabric, I've got the vinyl for the pockets, just, you know, like all the things. I need some. I've got a shopping list. I need some foam, some thick foam, iron-on foam. Kim knows what it's called. That legacy foam, Kim. I need that. And then I think I can pretty well get started. I've got some medium weight interfacing, so I can use that for all the other bits, I think. Anyway, let's not talk about that. Well, we can talk about it if you want, but I will totally go down a whole another rabbit hole. I have got my T2 licorice legs tea. You guys, like, I went to the doctors this week, and I found out that what I thought was causing my voice loss is not what's causing my voice loss. It's something else, and I've actually had to increase it. So, but I have been given some really cool tips on ways to make it not affect my voice as much, but it's gonna be all like, oh, I wonder if I can dodge the bag design to fit my wheel into. It is way too big for your wheel. Honestly, it is way too big. You need basically like a little lunch bag. This thing is like carrying lunch bags for an entire classroom. Yeah, it is. That particular one. But you could totally do another you could find another bag design for sure. All right, so I'm going to drop down into our double camera. Here we go. Tiny. The dimensions are tiny for a spinning wheel. It's totally tiny. You could print it at 50%, but isn't that going to make things like the pockets and stuff like that a little bit useless? And yeah. You're gonna make a backpack type bag for the chair. I don't know if it would work like that. Hang on, I'm just working out where I am. You guys know the deal. I'm at the start of the row. I am currently on row 80, which is still chart 1. But I am on the 3rd repeat of chart 1. Am I ever going to finish chart 1? So I ate something with coconut in it before live stream, and I feel like I've got coconut in my mouth, but it could just be my teeth. I could just have teeth in my mouth. I don't know. Do you guys ever have weird feeling after you eat something and you're like, I've definitely got that stuck in my teeth? And then you look and there's like nothing there. There's nothing there. It's totally psychosomatic. Now, what have I done? I have done the first 2 stitches. So what did you guys all get up to this weekend? Like, I went away on a sewing retreat and had a fantastic time. That one goes in there. So let me know in the chat. You need to stop getting distracted. Yeah, I do need to stop getting distracted, Kim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this one's easy. All right, it's a good row to do during live stream, actually. It's got lots of the same. Let me see, there we go. I moved my hands before I finished the stitch. That was clever. Little Moo has a shoulder bag that converts to a handbag, but I don't think it would work for... Yeah, it's probably got too narrow a base. Oh, I love that, Claire. I love it. I found an unexpected bonus to the mask wearing is that it doesn't matter if there's something in your teeth, as no one could see it. That's such a good point. Sally did nothing. Do you know what, Sally? I'm looking forward to doing nothing this weekend. Caitlin, I worked and finished knitting my wrap for the shop onto a crochet shawl now. Oh, that's awesome. I love making display pieces, and getting them done is one of those amazing things. Colors look amazing. What color is next? Okay. I may have tried to get it ready for live stream and end up with serious yarn bath, like, because I pulled it out from the middle. Okay, so it's a big pile of yarn bath, but it's called Current. For everyone wondering, this is Brava worsted. I have a KnitPicks affiliate in the description down below. If you cannot find that, there is one over on my website. I really appreciate it when you guys use my affiliate links, because it supports me, which helps me pay for things to run this YouTube channel. Like, if you could see what I'm looking at, you would understand there is a lot of things that it takes to do this. Yeah, so it supports a YouTube channel, but it's no additional cost to you or to the person selling it. It all comes from like Amazon or like, you know, wherever. Is that color as met in person as it is on camera? Yes. Yes, it is. It's a little browner, this one. I'm not a fan of this color. This is persimmon. It looks really good as part of the gradient, but I don't like it. This one here I like. This one here, not so much. So anyway, we're going on to Current next, which is a beautiful sort of burgundy-ish kind of color. I don't know how these colors are showing up today, so you'll need to... Actually, I can look on my phone. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. So yeah, it's yeah. So there we go. It is this really nice burgundy color, really rich, vibrant yarn bath. Oh no, where's my end? There it is. There it is. No, that's the other end. I don't want that end. There it is. After all that, I do not want to lose the end. Okay, like, please. Maddie, so excited to find your channel. Just started knitting and crocheting this past week and I'm loving it. Oh, except for the new sores on your fingers. Oh no, Maddie. And welcome to the chat. For those playing at home, I'm waiting on my Bendigo Woolen Mill orders. Some of the colours are back order. No starting my cowl yet. Oh, Bob says I pulled down a spinning wheel, sanded it down and have applied 2 coats of tung oil. Nice. Vampire says I helped my son service the lawnmower and reacquainted myself with French knitting, which I grew up calling it tomboy stitch. French knitting, is that one of them little spool things? I always get really confused because I never did any of those sorts of crafts as a kid. Because my dad was a painter, so we did a lot with paint. And carving soap with a butter knife and driving my mum mental. Can just stop using the knives. Every time we eat, it tastes like soap. 6. Yeah. That one goes there. Just double checking I'm doing the right thing. Stacey says I spun up some yarn, also plenty of knitting. Spanichick has put a link for all the affiliate links. Thank you, Spanichick. I call those spool things French knitters. Me too. That's what I thought too. But I'm just double checking we're talking about the same thing. It's a spool with the 4 pins on the top. Cool. Yep. I just want to make sure because, you know, I may remember things wrongly. And, you know, my mum was want to call things random things. Sally's still waiting on her wool warehouse order. Isn't it just so frustrating waiting for your yarn? When I was waiting for my Knit Picks order to arrive, I was just so like, hurry up. I mean, and it was perfectly normal postage time for that. I know you guys have been waiting a bit longer, but I was just like, oh my God, I really want this yarn to hurry up and be here. I want to do the thing. So I did end up having to start a little late because it didn't arrive until the week after the cal started. Just let me know if I move my hands out of shot. I've changed some things around on my end, so my screens are different. How was the shop you went to last week? Mean Mums. Oh, Mean Mothers. Yes, it was great. I had a really good time. After stream, I locked up everything here and packed it all up and went straight down like I promised I would. Had some fantastic conversations with the lovely ladies in there. It's like they have a huge range of a lot of different commercial yarns, tons of cottons, which you guys know I love cotton. So tons of cottons. Just like if you're local, you definitely need to go and check them out. That was a beautiful store. It's well laid out, lots of space as well. You don't feel like there's so much stock, but you do not feel like it's, you know, it's gonna land on you. It is fantastic. Chantel imitating Blackboard. Yeah, hurry up. Hurry up. Spanichick says, I think I need more storage for my craft room. I'm trying to decide between the Kallax, which is larger and sturdier, good when you're going to load it with fabric, versus, or the Flister, which is a little smaller, but benefit is that I can get it right away because it's lighter, so I can do it my own. Oh, will the Flister take that much fabric is the question. I know the Kallax will in a heartbeat, but I don't know about the Flister. But yeah, so I've been looking at my craft room going, I need to finish emptying some of these crates into the cabinetry so that I can use the space that the crates are in for another table so I can keep my sewing machine set up. Because that was so nice, just being able to walk up and sew. So my latest binge that I've been watching is on Amazon Prime. They've got all the old Bones episodes. And so I think I'm up to season 4, I want to say, season 4 of Bones again. And I'm starting to remember some, like as at the start, I didn't really remember any of the episodes because I used to watch it when it was on telly. And now I'm starting to remember some of the episodes. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Kim says, I was thinking the 2x4 on its side and fabric will be on the bottom. Like, okay, so if it's going to be on the bottom, it doesn't really, look, yeah, I agree with you, Spanichick. If it's going to, like, if you're not trying to stack it up high and you've got it down low and the weight of the fabric is at the bottom, it's going to be fine. Sally says she's been watching that on Foxtel. There you go. Yeah. Oh, that's right, Gamer Widows. You're trying to work out how to get a spinning wheel from Moe to Melbourne. That is fun. Without going, because obviously you're in quarantine lockdown. Otherwise you could just go there. Like, how far is Maui from Melbourne? I don't know. That's Maui. That's Maui, not Maui. Sally says, I started to rewatch Ratchet but got to episode 4 and couldn't do any more. Yeah. But just finished Haunting of Bly Manor on Netflix. It was excellent. But isn't it terrifying? Like, I try to craft while I watch these shows, and when you jump scaring all the time, it really does nothing good for your craft. Lisa says, I redid my craft room during lockdown. It's swish now. I even have a purple desk. Oh, schwanky. Oops, I can't count. Counting to 7, not 9. Nice. Hey, Holly, welcome to the chat. I started the craft room but ran out of places to put things and then got more things and then had to stop. Look, I've rearranged the desks, not rearranged, but tidied the tops of the desks in my craft room a little. Nothing too, outlandish, but enough that I feel like I got somewhere to start again. So I've got all these crates, like I've got a Calyx with all boxes in it, and most of the boxes are empty, and I have to empty what's in the crates into the boxes so that I can get the crates out of the room. Kelly Powell says, I'm finally able to watch Water Rats. So many episodes I missed. I know. How cool is it being able to watch like those old like 90s and early 2000s TV series? They're great. I love it. Lindsay says, not terrifying, creepy, but the end was worth it. Oh, see, I don't know how I feel about creepy either. Like, do you know what? I love Supernatural, right? But I can't watch it all. I've watched bits and bobs here and there. I can't just binge it because my skin starts crawling, and I look at people while I'm walking down the street and think, demon, demon, demon. Oh, there's flies on them, devil, demon. And it messes with my head, so I can't watch it. In saying that, I really enjoyed watching the season of Jim Butcher's. Oh my God, what's the name of that series? I was talking about the Dresden Files. Now, hardcores know the TV series was really meh compared to the books, but it's still a good TV series, right? It's not terrible. It's just not true to the books, which unfortunately it got axed. So they didn't even have a chance to remedy it or grow. You know what I mean? Jen says, I started watching Blind Manor. It's not very scary. Oh, I don't know. Kim says, I don't see the desk and it's 2 meters wide. Oh my gosh. I need to sort and style stuff. I think like now's a really good time for us to work on our craft rooms. Like, we're home. Well, maybe not all of us, but I know some of us, we're home a little bit more. And, it's a good time. We're using our craft rooms a bit more. And for me, it's a time for me to work out what I'm enjoying working on and what I don't enjoy working. And it's time to be a little bit ruthless. We all have bought things during our crafting journeys that we thought was a good idea at the time. And then you kind of look back on it going, oh, why? So it's a good time to either donate it or destash it or whatever you want to do with it, and make room for the things that you love. Sometimes just make room, not to buy more things, but just to, get to the other things. Yeah, Maddie, in doses. I still get through it, but it just takes me a lot longer than other shows. Kathy Byer, I love Doctor Who. I am a serious Doctor Who fan. I have a Doctor Who handbag. I have Doctor Who Sontaran on my keyring. Love Doctor Who. My sewing desk is also my home office. I get a swing away monitor to make it super easy to swap between the two. Yeah, that's cool. That is cool. How many more rows of this icky brown have I got to do? Like 5. Five in, like, so it's two more rows of icky brown. Yeah, 2 more rows of icky brown with 3 more rows of purple before I can change colors. Oh, my Doctor Who stitch markers have arrived. They have. They're in my craft room. Who is my favourite Doctor? Okay. So in old school Doctor Who's, Tom Baker. In the rebooted Doctor Who's, I am a serious Chris Eccleston fan. David Tennant was good, but I loved Chris Eccleston, and I think part of the reason why I loved Chris Eccleston is because he rebooted it. He brought it back. And he's funny and quirky and goofy, like, you know, I don't know. I just prefer him. I don't know why. And I always rewatch season 1, and I'm so sad he didn't do more. Spanish Chick says, I have another desk for my laptop, which is in my bedroom rather than the craft room. Yep. Acceptable choices. Thank you, Claire. I'm glad that you approve. Holly says, last year I cosplayed as the current Doctor at Comic-Con. And you love Chris Eccleston as well? Yes. Yes. Yeah, I think a lot of us are a bit jealous of Kim's cry cut abilities. Hey, Junicorn Ables, welcome to the chat. With Doctor Who, where do you start though? I've heard it's better to start on some of the newer stuff. If you've never watched Doctor Who before, I would totally recommend going back and watching the first Chris Eccleston episode. It's considered season 1 of a reboot? I think I'd have to double check it. It's got Rose Tyler in it. So what's her name? Blondie chick. My brain won't give me her name. Someone can throw it up in the chat. So she played the first companion. So they were really cool, and it was a really good place to start. Billy Piper. Oh, thank you, chat, to the rescue. It's a really good place to start because it's re-explaining everything. So it's an excellent place to start. And then you can decide if you want to go back and watch the old stuff to learn about, you know, because they do make little like throwbacks to things that he's already done. So it's really fun. Oh, my crown's over there, Caitlin. Do you guys want me to go and get my crown? Because I'm working on my queen. Yeah, I can see it. It's just I just have to lean over. I've got an IKEA desk, but it's an adjustable height one. I love it. I have to go and get it. All right, hang on. I'll go and get it. I have my crown that Kim made for me on her amazing cry cut. There we go. Is that better? I don't know if it's in the shot. I didn't allow for it. We could just hang on. There you go. It's a bit more in the shot. Holly says, I usually have people start the episode blink in season 3. Why would you do that? Oh my god, no! Don't do that. That's like the scariest episode. Oh, that's so scary. Oh yes, that one's really creepy, Natalie. That's the thing with Doctor Who. They can do fun and romance and creepy and quirky and terrifying in one episode. It's great. Lisa said that I watched all of the old Doctors on Netflix. So wonderful. Sally has only watched one. Tali says, I never looked at Brisbane City the same way after that episode. No, you wouldn't. You just wouldn't. Game Winner says that Doctor Who is responsible for my irrational fear of clowns. It's responsible for my new irrational fear of statues. Chintamani says, I have a project called Wibbly Wobbly. Oh, timey-wimey. I've got a hoodie that I picked up from somewhere that's timey-wimey. Kathy says, I can't watch the Blink one. Yeah. Claire says that 2005 Doctor Who is on Stan, by the way. Okay. Because I've got, what have I got currently? I've got Prime, Stan, and Disney. That's the other one I've got at the moment. So that's cool. I always get mixed up as to what is where. It's an excellent episode. Like, Blink is an excellent episode, but I don't know if that's where I'd start people, because it's terrifying. Also, there's a lot of like time jumping in the very start of that episode, so it might be confusing, like once they're not terrified. Natalie says, we bought our son all of the new ones on DVD for Christmas last year, so I had to watch them with him. Oh, that is such a hard thing you had to do for your son. Oh no, I am forced to sit and watch the Doctor Who's. Oh, now you finally understand the River Song timeline. Oh, I love River Song. It's kind of sad too, really, but I do love River Song. Now, I moved everything so that you could see my crown. And I'm just double checking that everything is still good. Yes. Just checking all of the things. You missed River Song? Yeah. I am a big old geeky nerd who loves all things tech as well as sci-fi and like fantasy novels. I'm also very suspicious of snowmen. Look, I think I'm suspicious of snowmen, but not because of anything sci-fi. I'm suspicious of snowmen because of the bad snowmen in the Faraway Tree novels. You know, when they climb the top of the Faraway Tree and they go to the different lands? Yeah, that's why I don't like snowmen. When I was young, I was chased by a Dalek at a Doctor Who convention, so I have a real fear with the Dalek. Yeah, I would too. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. How amazing though, I don't know how many of you have been to conventions, but how amazing are like those people that set up like the stands where you can go and like here at Brisbane Convention, someone's made a TARDIS and you can like they've got props you can pop on and you can stand in the TARDIS store for a photo and things like that. And I'm just like, yeah, if you live in Queensland, you're safe. Yeah, like summer's still like winter's still 20 degrees. Sally says, I forgot about the snowmen in the Faraway Tree. Evil, bad snowmen, so bad, such bad snowmen. Oh, except for those freaky weekends where it snows in Stanthorpe, then we just don't go to Stanthorpe. Never read Faraway Tree. Oh my gosh, Lisa, you totally need to read Faraway Tree. It's a kid's book. It's Enid Blyton, and it's just really amazing. Do you know what? I've probably got a copy of it here. I might even see if I can bring it over. I've never seen Faraway Tree as a show. I've only read the book, or the books. And the Enchanted Forest, that's right. The Folks of the Faraway Tree and the Enchanted Forest. Oh, did they, Claire? They made a TV series of it. I never saw the series, I only read the books. It's just, you know, like if you've read any other Enid Blyton, it's a similar sort of deal. Kids being left to their own devices by the parents, wandering off and having adventures. I've got 2 compilation books. So Chintami says I've read a couple of the books. I love Enid. How did I miss this? I don't know how you missed it, but I've missed a lot of Enid Blytons. Like I've got The Wishing Chair, but I've never read The Wishing Chair. Kim says I have been so tired since the weekend. Me too. I thought it was just me. Like, I mean, but we were sewing. Like I was talking to Tim about it, and we would get up. We would go up and have breakfast at like 8 o'clock or 7:30, whatever it was. And then we would sew from 8:30 in the morning until 10 o'clock at night. Like, you know, sewing or piecing or whatever. But, you know, with some breaks here and there. But just, yeah, we were working hard. We were working very hard. They also made a show on The Wishing Chair. I'll have to have a look. Your Abby's read them all. My Abby's had them read to her. I don't know if she's ever read them to herself. We were awake from 6 a.m. both days. We were. Yeah, absolutely. Being cheeky and naughty in our room. Picking. one thing that happened was, right, I think it was at the Sunday, Kim and I are both awake, right, and we had another friend in our room as well, Lynn, and we're awake messaging each other on our phones, right, like both phones are on silent, but we're messaging each other on our phones, and Lynn wakes up and goes, look at you two on your phones. And we started laughing, and then we had to tell her we were messaging each other because we didn't want to wake her up. But yeah, so since coming back from the craft retreat, I may have added some things to my craft room wish list. I have grabbed a couple of those things already because Spotlight were having one of those ridiculous sales. So what day was it? Was it Monday or Tuesday? Can't remember. Anyway, it was the last day of the sale. Stores already closed, so I online ordered and was able to pick up like one of those ginormous folding mats. For like, I think I got it for like 70 instead of 130. I think that's right. But yeah, saved ridiculous money on it. So I snaffled that. Oh, maybe I did order Sunday night. I don't remember, but it was like the last day of the sale. I remember that. I'm very sorry. My neighbors are doing something with their cart, basically 2 meters on the other side of this wall, and the aircon is making a big noise now. I'm hoping it's not going to blow up. Maybe I did order it Sunday night as soon as I got home. Yeah. Well, there's some things I need. Yes, Kim. There are definitely some things that I need now that I didn't know I needed, but now I need. You can't hear it? Hang on. Like, I can see it through the audio. Can you guys hear it? Oh, it's just so loud in here for me. It's like there's a motorbike next door. Double checking I'm doing the right thing here. Oops, that one's good. Yep. I'm just seeing if the chat and everything's all working. Next door just hasn't grasped the concept of please, 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 can you not do crazy things? Kim has challenged me to fill my new hardware container before she finishes filling hers. Mine's still just sitting here. It is a big container. It's got like 12 drawers that are like this long, this deep, and then like 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 eighths. 8 eighths of what? 56, is that right? I can't remember. Yeah, 56 littler drawers. Now I bought some zips and I bought some zipper pulls, and I mean I need to take that into the craft room and start putting the things in it so that I can be like, look, I've half filled it already. But I'm getting there. It's like I'm on an airplane. Oh, there's no 8 by 8. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So you're right. It's 8 by 4, not 8 by 8. Yeah, sorry, you're right. 8 by 4 and 4 by 3 in the two differences. I could just get it. I'll just go and get it. Alright, hang on a second. I'll go into a single camera option. There we go. Alright. This is it here. Alright. And I have to, so there's all these little drawers. And they're all quite long. Alright. And that's the challenge, is I need to fill this with sewing supplies. All right, yeah, zip by the middle in the bottom drawers, and have I got 2 zips by the middle? I think I've got 2 there that I've already got. So that's 2 drawers full. And hardware at the top sorted by color and type. So I bought some things. So I've got some bag bits. I don't know what they're all called. I have no idea what they're all called. All the things. Like I've got D-links and zipper pulls and zips. There's something else. I've also got a really cool gunmetal, what do you call that? Thing for a tassel, where you can attach a tassel onto your bag. And it's got like a connector so you can take it off and on. I got one of those that I need to put in this current bag with my blue vinyl that is the base. So yeah, I mean I got some, I did get some stuff. Rainbow silver, gold, gunmetal, rose gold and bronze. Well, I've got rainbow and gunmetal in the zipper pulls, and I've got rainbow and gunmetal in D-link, D rings and things like that. You will fill it with all the things and then you won't want to use the things because it is now a collection. I'll be like, I can't use that. It's my last one. I'll have to order more. More tea, more tea. Voice is getting dry. Yeah, it's a bit like that. Oh, that's better when it's warm. I can tell you that. Like, all right. That sounds so sooky, right? It did. It sounds so sooky that, like, I've got the aircon on because it's too hot. But I have to put the tea from my tea thermos into my cup because it's too cold. I'm such a princess. Some of the things can't be replaced. Baby Yoda zipper pull can't be replaced. I am a sook. I know. You know that. It's not news. It's not news. So if any of you in the chat here bag makers, like, or sewers, what's your number one thing that you would have to have in your, if you had that purple thing, the purple storage thing, what would you have to put in that? Princess in the Pea. I joke about the Princess in the Pea every morning because I wear my earbuds to sleep, and I always lose it and I wake up laying on it. Took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah. Well, you are wearing a crown. I was told to wear the crown. I think Caitlin told me that I needed to wear my crown because I was working on my queen. Thank you to Kim who made my crown. With her amazing cricket abilities. I got to see Kim and her cricket in action at the camp. It was so cool. Pre-wound bobbins. Zips and lobster clips. Zips, yep. The other thing on my shopping list, thanks Kim, is the little, they go on the bobbins and so that they don't unwind, so that clips the little thing in, the little like half circle things with little pinchy bits that you can, I don't know what they're called, but they look cute, and I've got some in my Amazon shopping cart that I have not hit the button on yet, but I'm looking at them. Old buttons and bias binding. Yes, bias binding is a new thing that I love. Love bias binding. Along with piping. Bias binding and piping, my new friends. So I have a question. A bias binding maker. Oh my god, how good would that be? Like one of those legit proper ones with yeah, like that we've been looking at, that were 120 new, that people are selling for $600 secondhand. Sally said, I'm not a sewer or a bag maker. I would probably put diamond dots in there. Hey Kim, can I fill any little bits with diamond dot supplies? Because I've got dots of diamond dot supplies as well. All my little pens and my wax bits that get left over from different diamond dots. Bias makers are wonderful. Yeah, I've got the little clover ones. They're like the little manual jobs. But I haven't got the super cool one that we saw at camp. Hey Diana E, it has been ages since we caught you in a live. Welcome, welcome. Lisa says I have different thicknesses of elastic. That's cool. Elastic's handy. See, the thing is, right, I have some storage already for my crafty bits. So some of it will be moving from there into here. So I do have lots of, like, I've got lots of bobbins and wonder clips and stuff like that. So wonder clips I'll keep where they are. Sure, until you run out of space and then decide to ditch them for more hardware. Fair enough. Embroidery floss on wooden bobbins is my downfall at the moment. Oh, really? Have you been catching all the replays, Diana? That is awesome. Clasps and clips. Do you mean like the wonder clips and stuff? Because I've got some of those. Cam studs and press. Don't even talk to me about a cam stud and press. I've started looking at them online. Oh my god, I didn't think I would ever look. Just they look really useful, and my little bag, we put some cam studs on there and they look fantastic. They clip the little bag, like pockets closed, and I love it so much. But I'm just like, oh my god, do you know what I really need? I need some fray stop that's not out of like bad spotlight. All the fray stop was bad. Oh, my hands are out of shot. Thank you, Natalie. Green beans, Australia. Is that for cam the clips and the press? Oops, hang on, I just gotta count. Press studs, yes, press studs are cool as well. Kim's got rivets as well. Is that right, Kim? They're rivets. You got your press from green beans. Game Widows, you'll need to send that to me in a link so I can check them out, because your recommendation for the badge making machines was spot on. I love those badge making machines. And I got the die sets for the rivets and the metal snaps. So can you use the same press thing but just replace the die sets for the different bits and bobs? Is that right? I have no idea what I'm talking about. None. I know that with my button making machine, I can, like badges, you know, the badges, like the Fiberific badges. I've got different die sizes that I can just to make smaller or bigger badges. Is it the same sort of thing? But I mean, I can only make badges. I've still got to use all the same sort of bits. Same frame, different dies. Cool. All right, that's handy. I like that. Use it for lots of things. I don't know if I really want to go down that route yet. Let's do some other things first, but I'm definitely going to check it out and have a look, because it's I've noticed something I learnt this weekend was it was the little things, the little finishes that made people's bags look really, really beautiful. And it was like using the piping and the cam clips, cam studs, anyway, whatever they are, the plastic little things for opening and closing your bags. Little things like that just really made the bags look really amazing. And so, you know, and it's like knitting and crocheting, right? It's how you weave in your ends. It's whether you block it or not. It's whether you like you know, there's whether you go to that effort to actually make the little case of sides rather than weaving in the ends, things like that. If you iron before you sew and measure things instead of eyeballing it. Yes. Little things. I pretty well always iron before I sew. And I do try to measure things, but I'm just bad at measuring. So, yeah. It's helpful when the instructions give you the right measurements, though, right? Where are we? Okay, we're nearly at the end here. I've got to just get to there. That's the end of the row. Ironing hems or presses. Ironing hems or presses. I am obsessed now with finding myself an ironing press, like one of those big like ones that made the world of difference for putting interface on like massive pieces of fabric. Honestly, such a good thing. I also reckon it would make ironing my daughter's school uniforms a bit less onerous as well. Does anybody here use a big iron press, or do you just use a standard hand iron when you're ironing? I don't do that much ironing, honestly, but I have to iron uniforms all the time, which she hates. I hate ironing the uniforms. That's why I was willing to risk the wrath of Leonie. Yeah, like on Prisoner in the 80s. Exactly right. Whoosh. Don't upset me or I'll iron your hand. Maybe that's why Leonie doesn't say anything. She's afraid you'll just press her. But yes, one of those. That's what I'm looking for. Check out the sewing gem online. I will definitely check it out. You guys need to like send me, like, put messages up in the fun zone, or send me DMs if you can DM me. I'd love an iron press, but I can't find one in my budget. That's where I'm at, Nikki. New would be amazing, but they're like $600. Don't want a new one. I'm gonna just keep hunting for a second-hand one. Oops, sorry. Yeah, they're definitely like, and I think if you are a sewist, like that's what you do. I think that like it's like me with the spinner. Like I spent the money because it's what I do, and I made the money back by being able to increase my output. But because sewing's not my work, it's my hobby. I struggle to spend like the big bucks on the stuff. I've got my crown on. Here it is. It's a little purple crown. It's hiding in the darkness. Natalie says, I remember my mum got one for Mother's Day when we were kids and she was not impressed. Yeah, like you legit don't give your mum or your wife or anybody like housework or household products as a gift. Like that's rule number 1 in my house. Too expensive for my hobby sewing. Yeah, see, I'm in the same boat. That's why I'm looking for secondhand ones. Like I don't like I see some around and they look a little bit old and I'm a bit nervous. But at the same time, like you could test them. Yeah, unless they ask for it. That's right, Sally. Unless it's something they've specifically asked for, then that's a whole nother kettle of fish. But if they haven't asked for it and you're like, I might buy my mum a kettle, yay. You know, yay. My hubby won't use it. He apparently tried 1 year ago and basically pressed wrinkles into his shirt because he didn't know what he was doing. You still have to like flatten it out, and then anyway, I can imagine Tim getting right into it, especially for his work pants. Maybe I could mention it. Maybe I could be all like, hey Tim, it would take up less space than our normal iron. I got a hairdryer for Mother's Day. Was it a good hairdryer? Like, did you ask for a hairdryer? Hubby asked if I would be offended if he gave me my mixer for Christmas. I wasn't, because I want, and that's different, you know. Like that's, and honestly, if my husband went out and bought me like a legit like Kenwood or something like that it was just like nice. But yeah. Spanichick says Lynn's mother-in-law does a business shirt in 30 seconds on a press. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to talk to Tim about it. We might be able to work out a way to make it happen, because see, our ironing board's dying. Like, okay, all right, those of you that have the ironing presses, do you ever use your normal iron and ironing board, or is it like a total replacement? Because our ironing board is dying, and so ironing boards are expensive, like for a decent one. What brand of coffee maker do I have? It's a DeLonghi. It was a Kenwood Major Chef Very Swish. Ooh, that sounds nice. Talia says, I didn't ask for it, but it was very good, and I did need one of my own that wasn't secondhand. That's probably why they got you one. But, like, yeah. I wouldn't be wanting, like, a kettle or a toaster or a vacuum. Vacuum suckers presents. I'm so funny. I didn't realise where I was going with that until I said it. John still uses the board and iron. Lachlan uses the press for his uniforms. I use the press for fabric and shirts. Okay. But John still uses the board and iron because he's afraid of the press, right? The advantage of a board is its length. Yeah, that's right. But with a press, you don't mind doing it twice because you're not like going, you're just going, lift it, slide along. Maybe not the sound effects. I don't know. A fancy pants kettle would be acceptable. Like a friend of mine has a tea kettle, so she can press a button that makes it to like the perfect temperature for tea. So it's not quite like rolling, like boiling its head off, but it's I don't understand why you need it. But anyway, she loves it. She thinks it's great. I'm pretty sure mine doesn't sound like that. It doesn't. It doesn't. I would definitely be taking it back if it did. Oh dear. Okay, hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm up to the end bit and I've just got to double check it. Then 1, then 2, then got to have the sound effects. My dad bought my mum car parts for Valentine's Day one year for his car. That wouldn't have gone down well here. Did it go down well there? Oh, that is bad. I want a fancy tea one, but I have a basic budget. Yeah, I've got like you know, we've got like a stock standard kettle, but it was still $50, man. It was not nothing. Yeah, you need to not hang out with me and Lynn if you don't want FOMO. I know. Like, you guys have got all the cool tools. The advantage, though, is you're very willing to share. And it means that, like, at these things, you can be all like, who's bringing what? We don't need 3 iron presses. We don't need 3 things for rivets. Has your dad's body been found yet? Oh, I love that. I loved it. Oh dear. Oh dear. My dad bought it for me. It says, you have one of those. Do you have an iron press, Nat? Like, what do you use it for everything? Because I'm now thinking, dude, we might be able to get this as a household thing, not a Chantel craft thing. Like, hello, that's a game changer. A fancy tea kettle. Sorry. Well, but you're a tea maker. Like you make like legit amazing tea. Where's my scissors? Can anyone see my scissors? I found them. They're over here under the blanket. Like, for anyone who doesn't know, Natalie Power here in the chat is Tea for Talia. So she makes the most beautiful tea. She's a tea queen. Absolutely. Guys, we're on to row 81. Still in the horrible persimmon though. Alright, here we go. So this is not as, like, that's really bricky there that I can see. Oh, hang on. I'll look at it from a different screen. like my phone. No, no, it makes it look all weird and bricky. It's not that bright orangey brown there. That's pretty close to what it is though. This is softer, not as in your face. And this isn't quite as bright. It's very bright, you guys. But yeah. So I'll just push it up. So we've got we go from a purple through to a pink. That's a baby pink. That's a softish pink. These tones work really well together in real life. I think it's a little like here. And then I've got this boring brown of blah. So I can't wait to be finished with that. And then have to do it again on the other side of the blanket. Hey Renee, thank you. Alright, we are on to blah. Look, this is the thing, right? When we're doing projects that are coloured, we sometimes need to use a colour that we're just not in love with, but it creates like a beautiful tonal shift. Like it's going to look really good as part of the greater project. Individually, I don't think I'd use this colour by itself for pretty well anything ever, but as part of a colour gradient, part of a colour shift, it's working really well. Where's my hook? There it is, over there. I put it very far away. So I don't know how I ended up with the dog hair right there. The dog's not even in here today. Kathy says, watch out for chart 2. Oh, Kathy, does that mean I'm not going to be able to do like chart 2 on the live chat? Because it's not like just repeating across. Which queen are you doing? Just so that I can make sure I'm not having a heart attack when I don't need to. My mum has started this blanket about 5 or 6 times because of her colours. Yeah, it gets a bit full on. Hang on, I just got to start. There we go. Come out little end. There we go. Bam. I sat down because I had to order in all the colours. Nothing's local. Everything was going to be shipping in from overseas. I was really worried about not getting the colours right. So luckily for me, I had a lot of these colours from another project. Not enough to do the blanket, but enough to sit them all together and have a good look at them and put them in the order I wanted. Excuse me, and put them in the order I wanted them before I even ordered them. So one thing I'm going to be doing for myself, which, oh yeah, yes, Renee's in Australia as well. Yeah, it's totally like any time we need large batches of something, we've pretty well got to order it in. One of the things I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be saving any sort of ends of yarn and make myself some little colour pegs. My dog is losing her mind again, and I'm just listening out to see if she continues. I think the postman came past. She's got a thing about the postman. Also, about my husband taking the rubbish out. Honestly, it's so funny. We don't know where it started, but if he's in the kitchen, right, and he's just taking a bag of rubbish to the bin, it's like you're kicking a puppy. She is so upset that she's just like, what are you doing with that? Let's give it to me. It's mine. I will have it. And then if he tries to take the wheelie bin out, we've got to keep her inside because she tries to drag it. She's a mini Foxy Cross Chihuahua trying to pull a wheelie bin back up the driveway. It's very funny to watch. It's traumatic for her, so we try not to let it happen, but it is quite amusing. Now, what am I doing? I've got 2 of those. I need 1 of these. Hang on a second. So, 1. 1. Then 2. Then 1. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit hilarious. We're stealing her rubbish. Maybe she knows there's food scraps. Well, it's a thing, like, we've got chickens, so chickens get the majority of, like, I tell you what, she gets annoyed when she sees us put something in the chicken bucket too. She's like, that could be mine. You could give it to me, not give it to the chickens. Yeah. Have fun this morning, Lego Bob. Yeah, but we're totally stealing her rubbish. It's so funny. It's so funny. All right, let me just do some counting here. I've just got to check what I'm doing. Okay. All right, I know what I'm doing. It's another easy row. 1-1 was a racehorse, 2-2 was 1-2. 1-1-1-1-1 race and 2-2-1-1-2. Very funny, Kim. very funny. It's not difficult, you just have to pay attention. Okay, I don't know if I'll be able to do chart 2 during live streams then, because I really don't pay attention. My old boy used to do that to the vacuum, like when he heard you use it near the couches. Just starting my first repeat back at row 15. Oh, good luck, John. I'm just starting my 3rd repeat of chart 1. I'm back on I'm on row 17, which is row 81. So, yeah, I'll be really glad when I get past. I don't know if it's the chart that I'm getting bored with or if it's this color. So I change colors soon. So we'll see if it was my brain not coping with this brown. It's not a good brown. It's a meh brown. Like, there are good browns in the world. There really are. This is not one of them. Just doing it tighter, not make it go faster because the stitches are small. No. You think it's the color, Renee, rather than the chart that I'm getting enough of? I think you might be right. I think it's the color too, but I'll know for certain when I change over to the current, which I'm very looking forward to using. Don't diss the brown. Look, as I said, not all browns are created equal. This is just a bad one. But it's also the perfect tonal change between this color and the current. So, you know, which is why I chose it. Because I chose it myself. It's not like it came as a kit. I chose these colors. Oh, you guys, I had to drive my husband's car the other day. Now, those of you that have been around and those of you that have been down a while know how bad my knees are, right? So I drive an X-Trail, so there's no like sort of having to bend down to get into the car and then get one leg out and push yourself back out again of the car, right? So I just sort of hop in and hop out. Everything's sort of like, you know, I kind of got to hop up a little because I'm short, but it's not very bad. Well, Tuesday I think it was, I had to drive Tim's car because my car was in for service. And he's got a little Golf. And my leg now, my right knee is so sore and it's all swollen, and because I happened to be having to do a lot of running around that day. So I was like in and out of the car, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Like, I can't even tell you how many times because it just felt like constantly all day. Anyway, my car has to go back next week because apparently I need new suspension or something. So yeah. I'm not reading that out loud. Oh, lumpy bit. Hang on. There we go. Don't diss the browns. Don't diss the browns. There's no bad browns. Yes, there are. It is quite addictive. Like, that's the thing I'll say about this, and that will probably be the thing that saves this project, is how addictive it is. Did he say why? Yeah, so Kim's asking about, I was getting these pop-up messages on the car that were like a little bit weird that I'd never seen before. And one of them was that it was due for new suspension rods. I don't know. Anyway, getting them replaced next week. So, and all the messages are gone now. So, more or less addictive than bag making. Look, I reckon they're probably pretty close, honestly. I think they're fairly similar levels of and that's the problem. I want to work on both projects all the time, and I can't because there's one of me and I only have 2 hands, and they're actually both they both take up a lot of space because, like, it's also getting hot here, so I don't want all of this on my lap if I can avoid it. I want it on a table up and away from my lap because it's getting too hot and it's going to get hotter and hotter and hotter. Renee, I think you might have jumped into the chat a bit later. We were talking about how I went away to a sewing retreat on the weekend and I was making a bag. And so, yeah, we do, like, for those of you that are new here, I don't know if you jump in and lurk and I just haven't seen you chat. But I'm very random, and the conversation just like shiny thing, shiny thing, shiny thing all over the place. And so yeah, it can be a bit hard to follow sometimes. I'm so sorry, but it's kind of just like how it is talking to me in real life, because I am just like, ooh, what's that? You know, like total squirrel. Absolutely, John, I'm a total squirrel. Um, they do call them outbacks in Australia. Yeah. It's Subaru, right? It's a Subaru. Is the outback, I think. I might be wrong. Oh, tea cold. Tea cold. Let's make the tea not cold. There's some hot tea bits in it. Subaru, yeah. Yeah, I'm a crafter. And that was one of the things we were talking about in last week's live stream. I'm a creative. And as are a lot of us here, we like to create things. And whether that's creating a blanket or creating dyed yarn or weaving, like creating on a loom, or knitting or crocheting or sewing a dress or anything. That's all creative. So yeah. My kids call it a star car. Why do they call it a star car? Oh, Subaru has got the stars. Of course, sorry. Kim creates chaos and mayhem. Yes, she does. Agreed. Tick. I get a go card and shaving cream for my. I got a go. What? Oh, a go card and shaving cream for your 16th birthday. Oh my gosh. Wow, that was great. For my 16th. For my 16th birthday, I got a dinner set and a cutlery set. It was my mum's way of letting me know it was time to move out. It's like, you know, see ya. I was quite young at high school, so I finished grade 12, which is the last year of high school in Australia, and I had only been 17 for 2 or 3 months. So, oh, and you weren't allowed to use the go card. Why not? Like, my daughter is addicted to her go card. Like, it's like she doesn't like, because we have it coming out of our credit card. So she just was like, oh, I'm just going to go here. And we're like, how are you going to pay for that? And she just holds the go card. I'll just use this. And we're just like, oh, okay. All right. John says, for my 16th birthday, I got a 14-year-old $100 car. I think my dad bought me like a $200 bomb. That's someone here, guys. I'll be back in a second. Well, that was a little bit embarrassing. I ran out working out what Snowy was going off about, and it was a courier, and so I went and I grabbed a parcel, and she says to me, "Are you the queen for today?" So I totally forgot I had my crown on when I went out to collect a parcel. So, you know, good job, Snowy. Hey, you gonna say hello? I still have my crown on. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, you ready? You're gonna go down into your little bed? There you go. There you go. You go into your bed. Alright. Oh dear, that was embarrassing. And then and because like my career lady, she's used to me now. And she was like, this one's not for you. I was like, oh, I know what it is though. Alright, let's go back down to crafty hands. Crafty hands. We've got 31 people watching, but only 22 likes. Is that right? Let me have a look here. I'm just having to check to see what I missed in the chat while I wasn't around. Kim says it's a pity I wasn't in the shack. I could have taken over. You totally could. You totally could have, but you're not here, so you can't. Yeah, definitely have my crown out for the career. So she's very, you know. Where are we? Talia is secretly a Wookiee. What? I missed something there. Oh, whoever's in the suit has to make the noise. So funny. Snowy's currently digging through her little bed right now, trying to get comfy. You alright? Oh dear. So this afternoon I have got some things I've got to get done. I've got some orders to post. I've got yarn to skein because I've got some dyeing to do in the next couple of days. I also need to get the Mystery Lace Club yarn ready. It's all skeined up. It just needs to be like soaked and all that sort of stuff ready for dye. I don't know if I'm going to dye tomorrow. I've got to check the weather report. If it's going to be rainy, I don't want to dye. So, but I've got to get things ready to dye so that if it's not rainy, I can take advantage of that and jump in. Have you seen the video of the hand roll dispenser that when you pull the towel it makes a Wookiee noise? I have not. Can you share a link to that in the Fiberific Fun Zone, please? I would love to see that. I'm in Brisbane, halfway between Brisbane and the Gold Coast. Where are you, Renee? Just out of curiosity. Everyone pop in like the city that you're in. That'd be great. You're in Perth. Oh, you're a couple of hours behind. It's quite early for you. Or ahead. No, you're behind. You're behind. That's right. I always get mixed up with time zones, honestly. There we go. Everyone's starting to toss in where they're from. Lots of Aussies in the chat. Blake Central. Lots of Australians in the chat. Go with the Aussies. I'm recognising lots of names. Kathy is in Plover, which is not in Australia. This is a good way for you all to work out, see if anyone's near enough to have a coffee one day too. Because how cool would it be, like just throwing this out there. Speaking of dying, I didn't know you didn't get an invoice. I ended up not. I was, yeah. Yesterday was a day of like things just didn't happen. You're watching a show on Amazon about Australia. I hope it's a good show. Hughenden, North Carolina. But yeah, I was having a think the other day, right? As I do, about how it could be fun. 2, 4, 5. Hang on a second. 2, 4, 5. To have like watch parties. Like, have a few people together watching the live streams. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I know what the problem is. It's totally fine. Chantel. I missed a thing. There's one there. There's one there. And there's one there. And then I do that, you numpty. Gosh. Banished. Oh. I think I know it, but I haven't seen it. Miami, Florida. Nice. Well, agreed, Game Widows. If you're in an area that is still in like lockdown, then you definitely don't want to be doing, like, if you've got COVID issues in your area, definitely do not meet up. Maybe thinking more in the future, that when things are a little more settled. Spanish Chick says, I did that with Die Lunch once. Was it fun or was it not fun? Good morning, Kathleen. How are you going? I was thinking about you the other day. It gets weird because you either ignore each other because you're busy watching the stream, or you start talking and miss the stream. I get it. I get it. I can imagine that would be a problem. Massachusetts. Did I say that right? Massachusetts. Winston-Salem. I was banished the one with the actor who plays Jamie in Outlander. Okay. I haven't watched Outlander. I tried to listen to the audiobooks and I couldn't, because the lady who reads it sounded like my nana, and having my nana say those words of like some of the scenes, I was just like, yeah, no, I'm out. I am up to row 81, which is the third repeat of row 17 of chart 1. How are the glasses going? The glasses are great. I mean, I've had to mess around with the lights a bit, because if I do that, see how I get the reflections? I hate that. So I'm having to consciously make sure I don't tilt my head up. But that's just a me thing. Like, you guys probably don't care. And I probably do it all the time because I move around all the time. Yeah, but yeah, I don't have to zoom anything in. It's great. I'm really loving it. Although I also did something else today, which was I switched location. So I've got my monitor right here and my laptop there rather than the other way around. So my monitor makes everything a bit better anyway. But I mean, because I was like looking here thinking maybe I could get away without them. But the answer is no, I can't. I've seen the shorts for it but haven't watched it. Maybe I should. Is that for Banished? I don't have to zoom anything in now, which is great. The series is better than the books, but not kid friendly. Okay, all right, definitely, yeah. All right, mine's 15 anyway, so also she doesn't watch anything I like because, oh my god, Mom, I cannot enjoy that. That's so weird that you're watching that. I cannot watch it now. She doesn't talk like that. If she hears me do that, pretending to be her, she will literally lose her mind. I don't talk like that. I just do it to upset her. I'm such a good mum. Such a good mum. I just finished this other show about Romans fighting Celts, but I can't think of the name right now. Okay. Do you have the special coating on your glasses? It's specifically for light glare from technology. Yes, I do. I do. But I still get the light glare from my LEDs. I can't, like, I can see the reflection in the camera. It's not affecting my eyes. So whatever the thing is, it's great. But you're not seeing all the, you're not seeing the reflections of my screen, which is good. But I've got LED lights, so that's probably a dash more than what they anticipate. But I do like the screen. Yeah, no, look, Jen, I probably wouldn't watch it, to be honest. To me, it feels like, I I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. I've read bits and bobs of it, and I just never really got into it. Kathleen says she's added a link to the Fun Zone, a free pattern on Ravelry for a pair of socks. They look like they've used your rainbow sock kit. Really? I'm just going to have a quick squiz at that. Hang on a second. Facebook. I mean, that'd be cool. I mean, I'm not the only one who makes rainbow sock kits, though, but how cool would that be? Back to the Fun Zone. Let's have a look here. Wow, the colors look really similar, don't they? It is different, but they look very similar. Wow. I don't know what yarn they are using. They don't specify. But you're right. Yeah. It's not my, like, there's a green in there that's not one of mine, but yeah. TWD. What's TWD? I feel like I should know it. TWD. I'm going to kick myself the second someone tells me, aren't I? The Walking Dead. Is it The Walking Dead? I don't know. Oh, it is The Walking Dead. Yeah. Oh, I haven't watched that either. Because it's scary. I bought the first season on DVD because none of my streaming services had it. And I watched the first episode and went, nope, 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 and ran away. Oh, dear. I don't like stuff that makes me jump. I don't like jump scare stuff. Why do people do join requests but don't answer the questions? I honestly don't know, Spanichick. So what Kim's talking about is people are requesting to join the Fiberific Fun Zone but haven't answered the questions. If you don't answer the questions, we don't let you in. It's that simple. And so they just sit there in limbo of non-answered questions. Yeah, I don't know, honestly, because I think it pops up straight away the second you request to join. The questions pop up, and it's not like we're asking you to write War and Peace. It's just a couple of really basically it's to rule out bots and people coming in to sell their sunglasses and wigs. But yeah, look, I'm in another group and like a mod in another group, and they have the same problem. And like theirs is a paid group. Like you have to be a paid member of something else to have access to this Facebook group. And one of their questions is, they've got one question is, what is the email address you signed up to this other thing with? And then another one is, did you watch the video before you tried to join this group? Because the video tells you all the group rules. And it's just like the random answers that people give to those questions, and you're just like, yeah, I wouldn't let you in. That's not. I'm not that mod. There's another mod whose job that is, because she's got access to work out if they've done their things. But I'm not that mod. Thank God. They aren't in limbo anymore. Good job, Kim. Good job. They're using Sprint 100 from GB. Okay, cool. All right. Every week in our PNC newsletter, I mention the Facebook page and that you have to answer questions to join, and they still request without answering the questions. I don't get it. It's not hard, is it? It's like most of you guys are in the Fun Zone, and if you're not, you should totally go over and join, answer the questions, or you'll end up in limbo. But it's not hard to do, you know. It's not like, yeah. Anyway, it's like Abby's like we've got one for Abby's school as well. You just kind of basically just need to prove that you've got a student at the school, which is so easy to do. But yeah, that's it. You know, like it's not difficult. We're just trying to protect the members of our group and the integrity of our groups. So That's weird. I just found $15 in the bottom of my yarn bowl. Okay. Is it like, did you just open it out of the box, or is it a yarn bowl you've been using and you just drop money into it as you walk past it? John says, if I had a group, I wouldn't want anyone not smart enough to answer the questions to join anyway. I mean, I really want to laugh hard at that, John. A lot. But I'm not gonna. But, it was the one you, okay, I don't know why you've got $15 bonus, but I mean, like, dude, that's a karage chicken bowl for lunch. John says that's mine. I put it there. Good job. You're faster than I am, John. Hey, two Arctic Wolves, it's been ages since you've caught a live. Where can we get yarn bowls that give out money? Oh dear. I was having a discussion with a lady at this camp, because she was talking about how, you know, wouldn't it be handy to put like little grommets, like holes through your fabric for you to feed yarn through, so you could put the yarn in the bag in the project, you know. And I was just like, no. And she was just like, why not? And I'm like, because if something happens, you've got to put your project back into the bag, and it's going in and out of the bag and then back into it, like the yarn will be going all the way around. And I said, and if you get like a knot, you're going to have to cut the yarn to deal with it. I really don't do the grommets for the yarn thing. It's just not a good idea. Too many problems. Too many problems. Do you even know what our money looks like? I mean, possibly not. Maybe. I mean, unless he's been to Australia in the last 20 years. But possibly not. Does he even know what our money's made out of? We have special money. John says I'm lucky if I even get yarn out of mine. Don't do grommets. Full stop. Of any kind. Oh. For a second I thought I was nearly at the end of the row. I am not. I'm not nearly at the end of the row. It was wishful thinking. See, now I want karage chicken for lunch. Ugh. It's colourful and clear sections and look like fake stuff they use in Kazakhstan. Oh, yeah. Freaky has darts, I think. Is that right? Like, normally Freaky would have darts at this time of the year. I don't know if COVID stopped it. Benfia says, oh my god, I'm late making lunch for my better half. Stupid daylight savings. Catch you next time. Bye. Holly says, I like Australian money because you can't tear it. Actually, you can tear it. It does tear. It just takes a bit more effort to tear it, but it can totally be torn. No darts because of COVID? Okay. Or maybe Freaky's just out and about, living his best life. Also, if you hide it in the oven and forget about it, it melts. Yeah, because I hide my money in my oven all the time, Kim. Oh dear. Although in saying that, one time my brother kept drinking the milk and I needed the milk to cook a recipe that I was making that afternoon. And it was like I was cooking it in like 20 minutes and he just kept coming in, so I actually hid the milk in the oven and forgot it was in there and preheated the oven. Yeah, that wasn't fun to clean up. What yarn is everyone using? Well, I'm currently using Knit Picks Brava worsted weight in eggplant. This one's eggplant. Lovely. Definitely lovely. Definitely soft. I really like it. Gets good drape on it. Washes really well. It's one of the reasons why I like Brava, is it washes really well. Actually, I'm not using eggplant. I'm using horrible persimmon. Don't recommend persimmon. Well, I do recommend persimmon, but I just don't want to recommend it. I'm using Bendigo Woolen Mills cotton for my queen. Where are you up to on your queen, Kathleen? If anyone is working on a queen, just drop in where they're up to on it. Just make, you know, try to, I mean, it's not going to make me feel good, but, you know. So if you give them like half a 20, they'll give you a 10. Really? I didn't know they did that. I'd be like, dude, I want my 20 back. Color Wheel Dazzle. That sounds swanky. Does it take long for the Knit Picks yarn to get to Australia? Not really. No. Couple of weeks is about what it took. This one around took like an extra few days, but not extra weeks. It sat in Sydney port for a little while. Like, so it got to Australia, but then just sat here for a while. And I ordered this sort of a few, like, you know, it came a month ago when things were a bit worse. But yeah, no, it comes pretty quick. If you're going to order from Knit Picks, pretty pleased with Crispies. I'd really appreciate it if you used my Knit Picks affiliate link. It just means that it can go towards like some of the gear that I use for live streamings. Like, I'm looking right now at like a pile of different tripods and a pile of different lights. I have a light here, a light there, a light there. I have pretty lights, but I don't count that. That's more my fun pretty lights. I've got a stand here that's got a camera on the end of it, a camera, you know, like there's stuff I have to buy and actually keep on top of. So whenever you guys support me, especially Patreon, all the Patreon money goes towards keeping the live stream gear running. And one of the jobs I did yesterday was I did some script writing for some new videos that I've got coming out that are not live streams. So I've got some scripts coming, so that is cool. Holly's still waiting on their yarn to arrive before their queen comes. Oh, Sally is on to row like 20 or something. I recommend paying attention. I just had to frog all of my joining due to the fact I forgot I wasn't supposed to join all the corners. Oh no. John's on row 17, first repeat, so row 49, I guess. Yep. Sock yarn from Yarns by the Bay, Helical knitting socks, row 208 for Kathleen. Oh my god, Kathleen, I'm like on row 80. Making a large vertical traditional. Nice. I'm doing a large traditional, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Horizontal. Pat Jacobs, welcome to the chat, row 39. Nice job, you're getting there. What yarn are you using? Spanichick says Knit Picks affiliate link, right click there. Thank you, Kim, appreciate you throwing that link in. Look, it doesn't cost you any more to use an affiliate link. Knit Picks pay the affiliate fees, so yeah. Kathy is now on row 125. Ah, oh, that's a, you thought I was going adventurous? No, not doing adventurous. That's who's doing adventurous? Josephine's doing adventurous, and Melissa's adding some adventurous elements in, and I think Leanne's going adventurous. I was like, this is my first Mosaic like project. It's my first one of Tinna's projects. So I just sort of go middle of the road. I didn't want it to be too, like, I didn't want to be put off finishing it, is really what it boiled down to. My crown really does blend into the background, doesn't it? Oh, I don't know if the person who had to go to the doctor got there in mind. I haven't seen her in the chat, so I think she's gone. They will be late because she needed to leave at 11. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this project. I've got to jump in and make sure I've downloaded all the parts, and I've got all that up to date. I'd hate for something to happen. I think Lisa's gone. I haven't seen her in the chat. If you click, so mods can do it. Where is it? I don't think I can do it. Here. I can't do it from this screen that I'm on. But if you click in, there's a button, you can see who's watching, and you can see if Orbs is here. But I think she's gone. Unless she's still watching on a phone or something in the doctor's surgery. I've done that. Been in a live chat with headphones on. The fact that I can tag her means that she's still here. Oh, yeah, good point. Good point. Oh, well, there you go. Maybe she's listening. So don't say anything mean about her. Oh, she's not on the list. There you go. Then she's not here. Because I think we can tag, like we can write the tag anywhere, and then she can come back and see it when she watches the replay. I cat on socks in the COVID testing. I cast on socks in the COVID testing drive-through line yesterday. So, yeah. Cool. Yeah, like seriously, if you've got time, I'm always working on a project or something if I'm in a waiting room, and someone invariably always asks what I'm doing. You know, or lets me know that there's someone they know knits that or crochets that or whatever. And it, you know, it's a nice time for most people. It's a fond memory. It's like, oh, I remember when my nana used to knit, and I would, you know, sit down next to her and talk to her while she was doing it, and it's like the memory makes them happy. So I'm okay with that. Good thing I didn't promise. Yeah, me neither, because like I don't even keep track of the time. Like it's 11:45 or 20 to 12, which means we have 20 minutes, peoples, before it is time for us to be finished for today's 2, 4, 5, and then I have to get on with the boring work that I do of like paperwork and that sort of boringness. So although I'm hungry now that I talked about karaage chicken. I don't think I've got any karaage. I've got some dumplings. I can make dumplings and mini dim sims, so I can have an Asianish dish that's not karaage chicken. Love karaage chicken. So good. I was in the doctor's waiting room pre-COVID and was shuttle tatting. 2 senior women noticed and started talking about it. Yeah, like were they talking to you about it or each other like you weren't in the room? But shuttle tatting is something that people very rarely see being done. Like that's I look at people who shuttle tat and it's just like, oh my gosh. Game Widows is starting on her advent calendar constructions. Yes. Talia says there's a sushi place at Garden City that makes really good karaage. Yes, I've got one up the road that does a really nice karaage chicken. But I don't want to go out because I'll get sidetracked and I won't get all my work done that I want to get done. So I have to stay here. I'm locked down and not go out until it's time to drop the parcels at the post office. Hey, Yarns by the Bay. Welcome to the chat. Back from the dentist. I hope you didn't have to have anything too icky done. Just a checkup and it was all good. That's my fingers crossed for you. Love a good karaage chicken. I mean, really, is karaage chicken not just like the Asian version of like KFC? I don't know. It's delicious though. It's so good. To each other, the whole room could hear them. Oh wow, I had a feeling. I mean, it could be worse, but still not fun. They're discussing how a nun they knew used to do it and they hadn't seen it since. Oh gosh. Wow. You guys need to look up shuttle tatting if you haven't heard of it. It's really fun. Oh, look, I made a mistake here. I'm going to have to pull it back. I'm a goob. Luckily, it's only this much. I've just got to pull the purple back to there and fix up. Oh, both of those. 2 of them I screwed up. Well, I mean, yay. A co-worker made me karaage chicken and brought it in for me yesterday. Oh, you are so lucky. Now the advantage with these glasses is that they've been designed to make it so I can see the screen, but they're not the greatest for the really tiny up close work. Hang on, I've got to undo a knot. Nearly there. There we go. Also, one thing I realized while I was away at this retreat, like I'm just getting used to wearing glasses for reading and stuff like that. And I'm used to wearing my distance glasses and I have to push them up to be able to see things. The number of times I'd be like, right, and go to look at something and push my glasses out of the way and I couldn't see anything. It's just like, oh, you numpty. You numpty. All right, you go in there. Just double check. Yes. I forgot to do some of the double crochets. One of the things I especially love about this mosaic crochet is that if you make a mistake, you can just pull back the row and leave the previous row still there. I love that so much. In saying that, I saw a photo that made my heart sad, where someone had to pull back to like this point on most of their rows all the way down, like, and they had all this yarn. Anyway, but it was very sad. I was just like, oh my gosh, that's so sad. Shadow tatting is evil, needle tatting is doable. I was on the train on my little Turkish spindle and I could hear the women behind me discussing it. The two old blokes in the fruit in front of me asked questions. John said, I saw that photo, I would have said screw it. I was just like, oh no, what did you do? John's getting there, yeah. Look, I've needed distance glass. Like when I was a kid, I used to have to wear a patch over one eye to strengthen the other eye. So I was a pirate, is what it was. I was a pirate. Arr. And then when I was still a teenager, I was 17 or 18, I realized I needed distance reading glasses. I was having to hail all the buses so that I could see their numbers. And bus drivers don't like that. They get angry. And so I've had distance glasses since I was, late teen. But I've only just started needing reading glasses. But my optometrist said it's totally normal for ladies over 40 requiring these things. I spent a whole day with an expert trying to learn and just wanted to throw it out of the window. Yeah, look, I want to learn how to do it, but I haven't sat down and given it the effort that it requires to do it. I've got a friend, Elizabeth, who just makes the most beautiful tatting, and I just so desperately want to do what she does, but it's one of those things. 2, 4, 6, 7. She just does beautiful, beautiful work, and I can just appreciate that. As a kid, I wore those delicious cat's eyes glasses and was teased non-stop. Kids are butt faces, honestly. They really are. Yep, now at 43 I require progressive lenses. Yep. Hey, we're both 43, Gentile. Two, 4, 6, 7. One goes over there. And then 2. So I do, like I should have mentioned this at the start, I do have permission by Tinna to crochet my blanket live on YouTube. I'm just not allowed to show the pattern or talk through the pattern, which is what reminded me to I had to stop saying what I was doing. Hang on. Oh, okay. No, it's all good. Nothing to see here. I'm finished. Oh ho ho. When you have to redo a bit and you end up with like this little short tail instead of a long tail. You show that age way better than me. Are you saying I look older than you? Is that what you mean? Also, I act like a toddler, so, they balance out. I am a toddler at heart. 2, 4, 5. Did you see Tina isn't well, but thankful she doesn't have COVID? Yeah. It's like, and this is the thing, like, people still like getting sick, you know, just others sick. I caught a really bad cold for a while. Oh no, I look younger than 43. Oh, thank you, Jen. Thank you. Kim says I act my height, not my age. I love that. That is awesome. Oh, me too. So what am I, 12? That's 12. I'm 12. I've been the same height since I was 12. 12 to 12. No, actually, I had a growth spurt. I had a growth spurt when I was 13, 12 or 13. It was a painful growth spurt. I remember that. I went from a size 3 shoe to a size 8 shoe in a matter of 2 or 3 months. It really upset my mum because she just kept buying me shoes and I just kept growing out of them. Yeah. No, I act like a kid. I'm sorry. I am very immature. That's what I do. And each year I gain an extra kilo just to fill out so I have less wrinkles. 44 years, 7 months and 1 day. I don't know what all that is for me. So 43 and I don't know, 2 months, 2 days for the Aussies. What growth spurt? 4 for 8. Oh no. Oh, I'm the tallest lady in my family of girls. Of my 8, like, actually I've got a niece who's taller than me now. I've got 2 nieces taller than me. But before they were born, I was the tallest lady in my family at 5'3". So, because my nana was 4'8", my mum's 5'1". I think Abby's going to be taller than me. She's already my height now. When she's, you know, very good at letting me know that she's going to be taller than me soon. She really rubs it in. Oh, Kathy's up to the next color. That's so exciting, Kathy. $43 to be just after Christmas. I only turned 43 in August. So I got a ways to go before I hit the 4-4. 44 for Sally in 10 weeks. Lisa's back. We were talking about you while you're away. I'm the shortest of my cousins. Oh. My daughter's goal was to be 5 feet, the same as her grandma. Aww. Yeah, we are all similar ages, I think. Well, not all of us. Lots of us. Those of us that are mentioning our ages are similar ages. I know there's a few in here that aren't mentioning it. Caitlin feels like a baby at 25. Caitlin, I know how you feel. I go to some spinning groups when I was in my 30s, and I was like the baby of the group. Yarns by the Bay says, I'm one of 4 sisters and we are all jealous of our younger sister because she's 5'4" and she is the tallest. Oh. Chintami can't quite work out how old she is. Yeah, we're all in that, you know, mid-30s. Well, not all of us. A lot of us are in that mid-30s to mid-40s range. I like to consider myself in the mid-30s to mid-40s range. Makes me feel less older. Kathleen says some of us are old enough to be your mum. Respect your elders. John says I have t-shirts older than Caitlin. Oh, come on now. There you go. Well, I mean, like, it just goes to show, right? Like, we're all talking about our ages here. It goes to show that we all just love to craft and we all love yarn. It doesn't matter our age. It doesn't matter anything. Oh, you're at level 38. Row 38. Oh, sorry. No, oh, sorry. Level 38. And what happens, like, what bonuses do you get when you level up to 39? Talia says, I have a boss that's younger than me. Oh, That's, I don't know how I'd feel about that. I mean, I suppose now it's probably more a reality than when I was 25, but yeah. Oh, last bit of hot tea. It's lovely. And I'm nearly at the end of the row. And it's the second last row of this brown. Renee says it's great to see younger people crafting. I agree with you. Absolutely. We are old enough to be... Oh, yeah, technically, I'd not like to think of it like that, Jen. I technically don't want to think about that. Age does not matter. I keep telling my kids' 29-year-old teacher that. Yeah. She's cool. It's just strange. So, yeah, it would be. It would be a bit strange. It would be a bit strange. Hang on. I'm at the end of a row. I'm just double checking I'm doing the right thing. And that. When I level up, I get a few more wrinkles. And that goes in layer. Is that right? Yep. And then this goes here. And we have finished a row of egg. Onto the eggplant. Love the eggplant. Oh, I did 2 chains. I didn't want to do 2. Only wanted 1. Come out, chain of doom. Chain of doom. Stink. Alright, let's try again. There we go. Done. Oh, Lisa said she was excited for 42, but then she didn't get all the knowledge. I'm sorry, Lisa. I'm sorry. Neither did I. Oh, pen. I've got to do something different for that one so that I know that it's different. All right. I am on row 82, but I'm not going to start it because we're done for today. There we go. We're nearly, I've got a row of purple and then 1 more row of icky brown, then a row of purple, and then we're on to the nice color. Can't wait. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and have some lunch. And then I'm going to probably take my tool thing inside. That one there. Take my tool thing inside that Kim gave me and go into... is that purple, not black? Yes, it's purple. It just looks very dark. Yeah. There you go. Definitely purple. It's called eggplant. It's a good purple. Oh, cannot leave that there. There we go. Oh, dropped my blanket on the ground. Can I add a pic of queen to my page? Absolutely. If you guys want to go and pop your queens into the Fiberific fun zone, just make sure you write in what kind of queen you're doing. So whether it's a large or a traditional or an adventurous or it's horizontal or vertical, so we can all have a look. And if you write in what row you're up to and what yarn you're using, because they will be the questions that you'll get asked by everybody. So if you put it in there already, it'll be easy. Your brain just can't fit anymore, and so they have to be shared to the rest of the body. When your brain gets more wrinkles, it can store more info. Oh no. Yeah, that's cute. Yeah, but it's definitely purple. It's called eggplant and I love it a lot. All right, my lovely friends, it has been awesome hanging out with you today. If you want to score yourself some yarn, go and check out Knit Picks. I've always got bargains and deals on. Hit up the Fiberific affiliate links for any of your Amazon shopping, and all of that really helps everything we do here. I appreciate the time that you've given me today by coming and hanging out while I crocheted my queen. It's kind of like my excuse to work on my queen, like, oh no, I have to do it for live stream now. So it's legit reasons. I've had a lot of fun, but now I have to go and do less fun jobs, and I will see you all next week here at the same time, 10 a.m. Brisbane time. I do try to put the thing in early so you can get it to whatever your local time is, but it's not always there. All right. Have a fantastic time, and I will see you all next week. Be good. Bye.